All right, we have one more person. All right, thank you. Let's get started. Miss Moore, are you ready?
Yes, she is. Have my audio off.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, got it.
Yes, I'm ready. I'm sorry. I'm sitting next to McDowell here. All right.
All right.
We're going to call the meeting to order at what time is it?
5:48.
5:48.
Whew, okay, 5:48. Let's go.
Oops, hold on.
All right. Uh, well, just really quickly, we don't have to read the whole official land and labor acknowledgement, but we want to acknowledge that the labor that this country used to become prosperous, we want to honor and acknowledge those folks for their still unpaid labor, and for the land that we're on right now, that is the Tongva people. We appreciate their sacrifice to the land and acknowledge that that is the land that we're on right now, upon which our school sits and upon which the city is in.
Thank you so much. Is there a link for the sign-in?
It's coming. But yes, there is.
Make sure that everybody signs in and make sure that everybody chooses a language. We have translation happening right now. So all of you that would like translation, please choose the language that you need. All of you should be choosing English. And even if we don't have anyone that needs translation at this meeting, if it gets recorded, it will record with the translation unit speaking in the background.
What's going on in the background?
Oh, he said the translation will record in the background.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's make a motion, someone please, to approve the minutes from our last meeting.
Call order.
Hmm?
I need to call order first.
What happened?
I need to call order first.
Oh, never mind. We're gonna call roll first. Oops.
All right, and Mr. Malta,
Present.
Miss Anderson, absent. Miss Moore,
Present.
Mr. Diaz, absent. Mr. Outlaw, absent. Dr. Castillo,
Present.
I myself mixed out and present. Miss Dodd, absent. Miss Jackson, absent. Miss McIntyre,
Present.
Miss Narvaez,
Present.
Mr. Nguyen,
Present.
Mix Dunnigan.
Present.
I'm sorry about that. Mr. Campbell,
Present.
Miss Martinez,
Present.
Miss Armienta,
Present.
Miss Augustine, absent. Miss Hawkins, absent. Xavier, absent. And Caesar, also absent. We have one. Oops. Oh. Right on time, Mr. Outlaw. We're calling roll.
Takes it.
It's okay.
Hey, Miss Dow. Hey, everybody.
All right, present. Thank you. So we have one. Oops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 voting members. Wait, hold on. Yes, 12 voting members present, including Teacher Wren and Mr. Campbell. We do have quorum today.
Okay, so now we can have someone make a motion to approve the minutes and we can discuss. I think it's on the slides right there in the top. You'll find a link. Meeting slides, sorry. Are you, you're not sharing the
I'm not
screen?
projecting, no.
Okay. Sorry, hold on, let me get that up for you. I had to get so many screens closed. When you were open. Let me see. I think I'm still here. Sorry, let me get that going. Different screens. Like, that's on. There we go.
I, McDowell, move to approve the minutes with any corrections, additions, or deletions.
I, Mr. Castillo, second that motion.
Okay, it's been moved and second that the minutes be approved with any corrections or deletions. Are you ready for discussion? Do we have any corrections, deletions, or additions? Anything in the chat? After no further discussion, the question is on the adoption of the motion that the minutes be approved with any corrections, deletions, or additions. Those in favor, please type aye in the chat or no in the chat, or you may abstain. And make sure you put minutes next to your votes. And this is just for the voting members, Moran, thank you so much. Lauren,
You want to bring your laptop over here? You can, here. They couldn't hear you.
Okay.
Gonna recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we have 12 ayes, 0 noes, 0 abstains, 0 did not vote. Motion passes.
Okay. All right, so the motion passes. We'll go to the next item on the agenda. I think that's you, Mr. Malta. Oh, if we have any parents to confirm at this point, do we? No, I didn't see any new parents on,
I
right?
don't think so.
Okay, but we do need to confirm the UTLA staff that'll be continuing on for the next semester. We may have to have that for the next May meeting, Mr. Malta, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Oh, public comments. This is the place where you can bring up any issues that are not announcements. Announcements are at the end. But if you have any issues or concerns, this is where you want to bring those up during public comment. And each affinity group has 3 minutes. Parents, 3 minutes, students, 3 minutes, staff, 3 minutes. Does anybody have any comments, issues that they want to bring up at this time? I see something in the chat, but I don't know. Okay, not seeing that anyone has any comments and no one asked prior to have any comments. We'll go on to new business. My screen's stuck. Okay, sorry. I am hitting all kind of crazy buttons here. Sorry. Okay. Let's see, confirmation of parents and community. We don't have any at this time. Community school updates. Dr. Castillo, you're on.
Hi, everyone. The Branded Arts Mural Festival is underway. We had artists starting yesterday and they're continuing today. The big week is next week. That's when students will be involved and have the option to support artists. We had our last student committee meeting today with them. So it was down to the wire in terms of it getting officially approved, but we did it. So thank you to Ms. Moore and Mix Dow for supporting with that and continuing to support with that because we're not done. There's other little things I can share, but I'll just focus on the big thing, which is this month I have to complete 3 state reports as a community school. So there's the annual progress report, the implementation plan, and the sustainability plan. So I'll be reaching out to folks to get some data and information to complete those. Those are all due by the 27th. The implementation plan specifically has to be approved by LSLC by May 21st. So our next LSLC meeting, I'll present that for us to approve. So please make sure you attend so we can have that done. And I'll leave that there for today.
Can you please repeat the 3 things I got? Annual progress report, implementation plan, and what's the last one?
Sustainability plan.
Thank you.
And the implementation plan needs to be approved by May 21st. And all 3 of those are due by May 27th.
Oh, Ms. Moore said thank you for that report.
Thanks.
We'll go on to budget items, Mr. Malta.
Yes. If you can just give me host access, because for whatever reason I cannot share.
Take this off here. Stop sharing.
Oh, there
Okay.
we go.
Be
Thank
able
you.
to share now.
I got it.
Okay.
So I'm just sharing with you right now the a tool that is being tested out. We were given early access. We think that this is a really nice tool because the old way to inform the public about our balance it was a little tough to actually read. So this one is supporting even Spanish speakers. So the tool actually translates everything into Spanish. But here you would see the expenditure reports, so they can people can get an idea of where we are spending our money. So far right now, if I click on available balance, you will see which is the budget that we have and the expenditure so far. And most of the money typically goes on people. This is the money that has already been encumbered. And how much money we do have available after that. We are currently at about $966,933. And we're trying really hard to avoid spending too much of what is going to be carrying over to next year because the way that budgets work during budget development, we are given a carryover amount. Again, we're just working with imaginary numbers, kind of like credit. So the more money that we don't spend in certain budgets, it carries over to the next year. Typically, they give us about 80% of our allocation and some of the carryover, not everything, because they know that since we're just playing with imaginary numbers, we need to make sure that we end up the year with the necessary amount since we borrow carryover money to purchase a few of the things during budget development. So still waiting to find out when we're actually going to get the actual budget for next year. But this tool really is going to be more helpful than the other tool that we had in the past in trying to explain or at least to see some patterns on how we're spending the money. This per pupil gives us these charts that are actually making us take a look at the actual budget per pupil and where the majority of the money is at. However, as we all know, it's a little difficult to understand because we're talking about thousands and even millions of dollars that are being spent because breaking it down in those details is what's going to help us a little bit more. But at least this tool, I've been kind of looking around to it, and it is faster. The layout is different. Probably this thing at the bottom right here helps us to understand it a little bit in general terms where we're at in terms of spending. It looks like we are about 89%. So again, some of this we need to be a little careful just because some of those budgets depend on that carryover money. So we don't want to overspend. The carryover money was done using a trend that we have here at Hawkins and how we spend our money. So they have their formula on how they do that. But I just wanted to share with you some of the new tools that are going to be a little bit more helpful. This current roster of positions you can take a look at. It kind of helps you understand where the money goes. So for example, in which category, such as classroom teachers, and the amount of money that we're spending there. So it can give you just an overall idea. Now all the details are sometimes very tough to explain, but hopefully we can develop a better sense of awareness of our budgets, and we are going to be able to explain it a little bit better to all stakeholders. Any questions or concerns that you have? I'm still providing some feedback on this tool, but so far it is so much better than what we had before.
I have a question if no one else does.
Okay.
Okay. I like this tool. I like that they gave you something that we can use that helps us to visualize it, even though it might be a little difficult, but it kind of looks like some of the ways that we've laid out our budget. But I'm wondering who has access to this tool?
So right now, it's still in beta form. So they're testing it out. And they're asking for us that had early access to provide feedback. But as you can tell in these other tabs, if I click on it, how helpful it is to look at different ways. Um, it makes it breaks it down by pillars, the LAUSD pillars. So if I am looking straight into our CENI budget and pillar number 2, joy and wellness, it gives us an idea of, where the money was allocated in city funds, and how much is it, or at least the percentage that we have spent under this pillar number two. So this is something that soon will, I believe that because this is supposed to be public, I believe that there should be a way that this gets to be public.
So in its beta form right now, does that mean it's only available to administration?
Yeah, it's only available to the selected principals that got selected to test it out.
All right, you're one of the select, huh?
Yeah, I opted in.
Okay. So this gives us just overall, this is how much money we have in the budget for these buckets, and this is how much we spent, but it doesn't say exactly what it was spent on, right?
Correct. And so breaking it down into more details is going to be part of us trying to explain that to you guys, the actual stakeholders that will make decisions on budgets.
Okay. So in that case, we would probably still need to make sure we're meeting monthly to go over, what was spent on so we can explain it to stakeholders, like you said.
Yeah, because anybody out there in the public, they're gonna be like, "Wow, you guys are rich. You guys, we're talking about billions, not even millions, billions, But people don't understand how school works. So, but you guys will have a little better understanding. It's just breaking it down um into more I don't know how to say it, but um buckets that are easier to understand because some of these pillars is where we have the majority of the money. If you take a look at it, the way that we have set up our budget and our structures, pillar number one is where the majority of the positions are at. So that's why you would see that there's a bigger allocation for this particular pillar. So little by little, I think that at least for us here at this council, we'll get a little bit more familiar, and I'll do my best to still break it down so it's easily understood.
Okay. So like, for instance, that Excel spreadsheet that you created that is showing like each of the different positions,
Yeah,
that's the part that shows like
yeah.
that
At
we
least
can match our spreadsheet to this particular tool, the
that is correct.
accountability piece. Yeah.
Yes, and if you notice that the chart that I created is just basically most of them are where the positions are at, and it doesn't include all these numbers because it's very complicated when we're talking about each position having all these extras and that comes with the positions. So uh, at least the chart that I create is just easier to understand how the budget is developed to make sense to most of us.
Awesome. All right.
Mr.
Do you
Malta,
know how many principals were selected for this beta? Just FYI.
I don't know actually. I just received that email and I just opted in, but it didn't say how many principals were selected.
Okay.
Mr. Malta, I just have a quick question about the pillars and the labels. How or where does that happen? Like, is that something Ms. Smith does? Is that something Ms. Dodd does?
Yes.
You do, or how does that get determined?
Yes, ideally it's in our SPSA plan that our SPSA plan also has an additional CENI funds budget attached to it, and we have to develop a plan for it. So they both work together, but in terms of logistics and structures in place, Ms. Smith and I broke it down where it would be so much easier for us to manage the money. So as I was mentioning earlier, in pillar one, academic excellence, that's where we put the positions. And I believe in pillar two, that's where we put the X time and things that go associated with the positions. And that just made it easier for us to coordinate how to spend the money. In last year, the money was allocated where it was more linked to the actual pillar, but that created a lot of distractions in trying to identify which pillar was the one that had a certain position. And so the way that we organized our pillars align with our budget this year around makes a little bit more sense.
Follow-up question. So like would the community school budget be within one of those? And is that like something that because I know I have to when I submit the budget, I like check a bunch of them off,
Yes.
but do
That's a
would
good question. I would have to double check and see if any additional budgets other than Cine Fund funds are in this particular report. I mean, from just clicking on it, it does look like a lot of money, and I don't think that we get that allocation just on Cine Fund. So there might be a possibility that there are other budgets that are attached to those pillars as well, but I would have to learn a little bit more about it. All right, any more questions? All right, thank you so much.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Just one other question. Do you know how quickly this tool is updated?
Yes, that was part of my feedback.
Oh, they don't know yet.
No, that was my feedback. In the question, I did ask that same question. How often does it get refreshed? And because I need to know, as you can tell right now, it looks like it's today, but I don't know if that is the true data or if it just shows me that I'm opening it today.
Right.
So that was my feedback to them. I just need to know how often they're going to be updating this. I'm hoping that it gets updated faster. If it's a new tool, um, it must be pulling data from somewhere. And if they actually align all the tools, all these new tools like Ariba, then it's probably going to, that's where they were going to make a more accurate report. Because if you remember the old report or the one that is current, that gets updated like in months. So sometimes when we're looking at it, we cannot trust that report because a lot of the money that has been spent, is not there yet. So it makes it very tricky for us to follow the budget. That's why we have to maintain our own hyperlinks. Just like Mixdow, Dr. Castillo, they try really hard to coordinate and maintain that budget because these reports really don't show the accurate numbers when we open up the reports. Sometimes it's months before we actually see the new numbers. So hopefully that was the reason behind updating this tool to make sure that it's faster. All right. Thank you so much.
Okay. I just have a quick thing for CAP. Give me 1 second. I should have done this earlier. I'm sorry. So I'm still trying to put together our CAP plan. I'm really late on this. I need to get this in by June, which is very soon. And hold on 1 second. Okay. I got it. And I really wanted to get feedback from all of our stakeholders, including parents, including students. And so I'm going to put a link into the chat. And if that link can be shared with other family members, I haven't sent it out to students yet, but I will send it out soon. That would help me kind of try to plan out what kind of field trips we can have for next year. Because even this year, this is our second year having CAP, and we're still not spending all of the money, and we have a lot of money. And I'm also trying to prevent, like even this year, still a lot of the field trips are happening in May. And so we're trying to help try to spread those field trips out throughout the year a little bit more so that it's not all kind of in the same space. Yes, Dr. Castillo.
My concern is more the like the pre and the post part of this. So like then even for students and community members and parents, you're asking them to say what the pre and post work will be and the standards and everything else?
Um, I have it in there because if it is well, parents or students, they have to understand that it is connected to the standards. Like we can't just have, a field trip to like the zoo and it's not connected to the academic standards. Like especially for the CAP ones. Like it has to be in order for it to even be approved, it needs to be connected. And so when they're filling it out, I want them to understand that like it does need to be connected, and to think about those aspects. In terms of the pre and the post, as parents, obviously, they're not teachers, right? They can just give a simple response in terms of what it could connect to in the classroom. Does that make sense?
I was just thinking maybe like to change the language a little bit or to make it optional, because I know I had emailed you like some of the ideas I have, like I know it would connect and I know I could think of stuff later, but just in terms of real time for report you have, it would be too much. And so I guess the follow-up question is, for this report you have to send, do you have to include all the pre and post and standards for each one already?
Yes.
Yes, because when I write the CAP plan, it needs to be in there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We've been doing this will
This
be
is-
2 years now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
next year
At
will
least
be
from the
there.
teacher side. At least from the teacher side, we have to put all that in there. Now, from the parent perspective, as far as them knowing the standards, maybe not so much, but they still need to, like you said, know it's connected. But from the teacher side, yeah, we have to put all that in.
Yeah, so just I would just do your best. I know again parents and students aren't going to have like a full-fledged, lesson, and that's okay. I just need it to be connected to something and then, we'll figure it out from there.
Standards based.
Hmm.
And aren't you specifically, well, not specifically, but arts standards based,
Yes,
right?
and those are they are in the
Oh,
um,
okay.
it's in the form. Are there any other questions? Especially from parents or community center, not center, community members or students? Because I know teachers have filled out a bunch of these forms already, so I'm more concerned about parents, community, and students.
I don't see anything else in the chat.
Okay.
All right. So next on the agenda is the professional development calendar, assessment updates. There's a link in the agenda that ties back into what? Oh, the senior, not the senior, but the spring 2025 schedule for the finals week schedule, which isn't like a full week per se because our school year ends on a Tuesday. And that'll be the last day that we see kids on June 10th. And good students like Xavier are going to be graduating on June 9th. And then he'll come back on June 10th to pick up his diploma. And then June 12th is an optional day for
That is linked in the agenda.
teachers. So
See,
I did not.
you didn't link it.
I thought I did. Okay, hold on. I forgot to put the link in there. Is there, didn't Miss Moran want to talk about the senior defense?
Yes.
Okay, I'll get that link and let Miss Moran talk about senior defense.
Can someone project the senior defense proposal?
One second. Who's projecting right now?
Probably me, I need to stop.
Oh,
Okay. I'm using a different computer, so it's a little wonky, but let me, here we go.
Is it sharing?
I think I
Okay.
got it. All right, there we go.
Hi, LC. I am here to share a proposal for the senior defense. As you know, my name is Ms. Moran, Aleida Moran. I'm an instructional coach here, social studies, and I work with everybody. So one of the things that we're really proud of is our work with whole Hawkins initiatives such as senior defense and having a space for students to really reflect over their 9th to 12th grade and select artifacts and that showcase that they're ready and have met um, the graduate profile requirements to graduate. It's really a reflection and a celebration and of their whole 4 years, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we making a motion to approve this? Are we voting on this?
So I am yes,
We have
I
to make a motion first and then you can make your presentation.
oh, I'm so sorry.
All right. Does somebody want to make a motion to approve the senior defense and then we have discussion? It would be I in your first and last name. Move to approve the senior defense schedule. And then we can talk. Nobody?
I,
No.
Paola Armienta, approve to approve the senior defense schedule.
Move.
Move.
There you go.
Right.
Move to approve the senior defense schedule.
With any corrections, additions, or
With any
deletions.
corrections, additions, or deletions. Can you say it like that?
I, Paola Armienta, move to approve the senior defense schedule with any additions, deletions,
Or corrections.
or corrections. Thank you.
Awesome. Very good. Does someone want a second? With no second, we have no discussion.
I mixed out seconds the motion.
All right, it's been moved in second to approve the senior defense schedule with any corrections, deletions, or additions. Okay, Ms. Moran, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So that being said, thank you. Um, I'm here to share the schedule change. So last year we had it during CCR. It was really hectic, super intense, not very intimate space. This year we really we really wanted to make sure that we provided that space. So we're having the Monday, May 19th to the 23rd. So it's a whole week. And students are expected to present their senior defense. So this is the schedule that we're proposing. Tuesday is staying the same as like that. Nothing's gonna change because it's a regular Tuesday PD schedule. And we had to change it because what we saw was that since we don't see fourth period on Tuesday, we had to go like, well, where will Tuesday go? So Monday, we decided to move the time from that Tuesday meeting time to Monday. As you can see,
Period 4. Period 4 is missing.
oh, period 4 is missing, sorry. So as you can see, period 4 is 105 minutes there. The reason that it's 105 minutes is because that's where we compensated the loss in the week. So from losing from Tuesday, we're moving it to Monday, right? And if you notice for Wednesday, if you keep on going,
Yeah, that's fine.
so we will have, if you could just move to the right for Wednesday. So you could see May 21st, May 22nd, and May 23rd. Those are shortened days. And if you see that, like we have like divided up the minutes evenly to match equal time for each of the classes. So we don't lose instructional time for one period. And there's shortened days from that Tuesday through Friday, from that Wednesday through Friday. This is the proposal. Are there any questions?
Can I see Wednesday?
Sorry, Mariana, can you take notes since I'm sharing my screen? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just need to get my laptop.
Thank you.
So we have Ms. Martinez raising her hand, and we had Dr. Castillo also.
No, I just wanted to see Wednesday.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes, I do. I don't know if it's a question or a comment, but what are the other students going to be doing? And do you know how difficult it is for them to stay inside of the classroom when the seniors or when we have this long period? Is there something planned for all the other students to do?
It's a shortened day. They won't be in school.
So there's no other kids in school that week?
You're talking about during senior defense between 2:30 and 3:30, those times?
Oh, so it's going to be, I'm sorry, I can't see the screen. I'm on my phone and I'm driving. I'm just listening to what's being said. So I don't know I didn't see the schedule. So I just heard that there was 104 minutes in fourth period. That's why I thought about that.
Okay.
So the schedule, like the students are going to be leaving early, and everyone.
And I'm
So
sorry, and then the seniors stay to do their senior defense presentations after school?
well, it's within this. It's between 2:30 and 3:30. What would have been originally the regular time being here, and they each got an appointment, so they won't be all staying. So they each have a date, a time, and a location between 2:30 and 3:30 at Hawkins.
And do the students know this? The seniors know that the other kids are going home and they have, even though they have their appointment, that they have to stay on that day for their appointment or come back if it's the last appointment?
Yes, all students have been given and shared their appointment date and time.
The
And
senior have been
all
set there.
the seniors who are doing their senior defense. All the other students who are like 9th through 11th grade, they're going home. In regards to the Monday question, it is 105 minutes for that period 4. However, because the teacher is not seeing the student again, I'm pretty sure the teacher is in charge of that instructional plan that would have happened throughout the week. So we have no concerns about that one.
Okay, so just to make it clear again, the seniors are aware that the rest of the school is going home early, even though they have their set up appointment to do their presentation. They stay on that day for their presentation.
Yes, they're expected to stay only on that day that they got. If they're not, like, if their appointment is on Tuesday, they shouldn't come. They're not expected to stay after school on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? It is just like their specific date and time.
Okay, but yes, but my question is, do they know that all the rest of the students are leaving? And let's say, for example, my daughter say her appointment is Wednesday at 2:30. Wednesday, she'll stay at school until 2:30. The rest of the day, she does not. But is she, like, are the students okay? They know that everyone else is going home?
They understand that is this shortened day schedule, which means everybody goes home except for if they have an appointment.
Okay, thank you.
Xavier's on. Did he know?
Xavier, would you like to share? Do you know your appointment?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Funny thing, I actually don't know my appointment.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Who's
Xavier,
your CCR? Well, you know what? I'll text you.
But
Okay.
Xavier, did you know that other students are leaving early, that they get out early and seniors are staying?
I didn't know the kids were leaving early, that we were all just staying.
Okay, so yeah, we should definitely explain that then.
Yes, because my daughter does not know that everyone else is leaving early, and I would think that based on what Xavier just said, the other kids don't know that everyone is, and it's okay. I'm not saying that that's going to be a problem. I just want to make sure, or my question is if they all know, but I don't think they do, or it hasn't been explained to them because, you know, just wanted to make sure that things were clear to them.
It's a good question.
It's a good question, and I could tell everybody that I have gone to every single CCR. Xavier, I've been in your CCR, and I presented, and I just asked everyone to make sure. So don't, I am a believer that information has to be shared, and we were just talking with Ms. Moore earlier on, multiple ways and multiple times. So if we have to go a fourth, fifth time, we will definitely figure that out. So
7 times.
vacation.
Okay.
Ms. Armienta, you had a question earlier on. I want to make sure you get space to speak and ask for a clarification.
Thank you. With all this conversation that we had, my question was confirmed because I was like, why is it highlighted in gray? But now I understand seniors stay behind because they have their appointment. So I understood. Thank you, friend.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions?
How did you come to figure out the number of shortened days each week? I mean, each day. How did you know you had that many shortened days?
So I was the one who put the schedule together.
Oh, okay.
And we spoke about that. So I based it
right.
off of Dr. Castillo's what she sent out at the beginning of the year. And I am aware we've had this conversation that might change what finals looks like.
Okay.
It shouldn't because we've planned when we did the calendar at the end of last year, what all the minimum and shortened days would be.
Because I looked at the what is listed on the calendar on our whatchamacallit, what's it called? The instructional calendar. And I don't know if that's updated or not, but it's currently listed as they're all normal days except for the day after open house. Surprise.
So I just want to make sure that gets confirmed, but we can approve this like we did the last schedule where we just make a double check on those days. And like we can approve this with any like corrections or deletions based on. I just went through IoT already, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Nguyen says these were allocated by the end of last year. Oh, Dr. Christie also said that. And there was a survey sent out, and teachers wanted to use shortened days for senior defense.
Okay.
Yeah, officially on our bell schedule, that was submitted to the district. We do have shortened days on May 19th, 21, 22, 23.
Okay, so then our current instructional calendar,
And then what about minimum days
was it
for
updated?
the
Final,
final? Yeah.
June 5th, 6th, and 9th.
Okay, so we're good. We're
Okay.
golden.
Awesome. Those are all minimum days, right?
Yes.
Correct. Except the Tuesday, there are shortened days already.
Gotcha. Okay. Just want to do that one last little check.
It sounds good.
Yes, I just went into the principal's portal and that's what we have scheduled this year.
Okay, perfect. You can rest now.
I know, I was worried.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions or discussions? All right, so we ready for the vote? The motion on the table is to approve the senior defense proposed bell schedule with any corrections, deletions, or additions. If you approve, put I in the chat. I senior defense, right? Or senior, can we shorten that, senior def?
Put yeah, senior,
SRDEF?
yeah.
All right, you can go SRDEF I, SRDEF no, SRDEF abstain.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
I've lost my
9, 10. You did. Mr. Campbell, you have a typo there. I'm gonna assume that is I. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Did Xavier
11.
vote?
It was how many? How
Message,
many?
please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Xavier, are you able to vote, or do you want us to put the vote in for you?
He did, but
He did vote? I'm sorry.
wait, did he vote? Oh my God. Yeah, he did. He did directly to me.
Oh, you sent it directly to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I gotta recount again. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Can you send it again to
10,
everyone so it'll show up in?
10, 11, 12. Okay, we have 12 ayes and 1 abstain. Nobody didn't vote. 0 no's. Motion passes.
Okay. And Xavier, if you could send your vote again, not just to Mixed but to everyone, so it'll show up in the record. I appreciate you. Awesome. All right, so I added the link to the senior, I'm sorry, not senior, the final bell schedule. Do you want me to share that?
Yes, please.
Okay. And
Oh,
here.
Was the sign in ever put up?
It was, we could put it in again.
Please and thank you.
All right. Give me a moment. I'm telling you this thing's driving me crazy. Where we go? All right, I am sharing, but some need to speak. Well, no, I guess. Okay, so this is the exact same bell schedule that we had in 2024 of spring for the, oh wait, am I looking at the right one? Hold on. Let me go over to the right tab, please. I think it's tab B. Sorry, this screen is like driving me crazy. Okay, so it's tab B. Tab B is the schedule. So that will be Monday, the 2nd, Tuesday, the 3rd, Wednesday, the 4th. The dates are off. So we have to switch those dates. Everything is a day off. So just know that this is going to be changed, not to June 3rd, but to June 2nd, okay? And so on and so forth. Let me go back. All right, June 2nd. Okay, so Monday would be our regular getting out at 3:23. We have all of our classes. And this is the exact same bell schedule that LSLC approved last year. So we're just taking a look at it, but we do need to make sure that ILT has a chance to take a look at, oop, breaking my own protocol. Need someone to make a motion to approve this finals bell schedule so we can have discussion? I, such and such, make a motion to approve.
I, Tonya McIntyre, make a motion to approve the finals bill schedule with any corrections, deletions, or additions
Yes, from ILT.
from ILT.
All right, so it's been moved. Who's second?
I, Mariana Narvaez, second the motion.
Awesome. So it's been moved and second to approve the Springs finals bell schedule with any corrections, additions, or deletions from ILT. All right, ready for discussion. All right, so Monday would be all classes. Tuesday is already a shortened day because of the PD, so we would get out at 2:23. But see, we're going to see periods 1, 2, 3, CCR 4, and 7. Is there one of these classes is testing? No? No, I think the bold ones are the ones where the actual finals are going to take place. So Wednesday would be the first final, and that is a shortened day. Students are out at 2:18, as opposed to on Tuesdays when we get out at 2:23. And CCR would be a final, and so would period 7. Can you see it on the screen? Yeah. All right. And then on that's on Wednesday. So Thursday would be a minimum day. Everyone would get out at 1:03 p.m. And this is the final schedule for 9th, 10th, and 11th grade because the seniors would have already had their finals. Let's see. And then, okay, so that is Thursday. The CCR will be first, and then there'll be a final for period 1 and then a break and then a final for period 2. Students get out at 1:03. Teachers get a chance to input their grades. Friday would be, let's see, CCR, and then period 3, and then period 4. Students get out at 1:05. And then we go into the next week, Monday, which is also graduation day, and that is June the 9th. I'm going to do this in real time while we're here. June. I just went too far. June 9th. Okay, and that would be a final for period 5 and period 6. Ooh, I don't want to change that formula. Students would get out at 1:03. And then Tuesday is the day that we normally have PD. Students would get out at 2:23, and this is the last day for them to actually see what grade they got on all their finals. So we'll see all classes on that day. And that would be the day that seniors come back to pick up their diploma. Castillo, I see your hand is up. Go ahead.
Yeah, we actually have an extra minimum day that we didn't use from March 20th. I kind of want to throw out the suggestion of making that Monday, June 2nd, a shortened day, since we have the opportunity and it doesn't change things too much, but it'd be nice to get out earlier when we can.
We're not getting out earlier. Kids get out.
True, but it can
And it's
still help
already
us.
pretty short. It's pretty short, and this will be the last time we get to see kids before. Well, we have 2 days to see them before they have their actual final.
Yeah,
We do have an extra day.
We don't need it for senior defense.
No, that week's already done.
I think teachers need it the most, so I agree. Let's leave early.
So we need somebody, okay, so we need corrections, deletions, so recommendation to revise Monday, June 2nd to a minimum day.
shortened day.
You said we have a shortened day left or minimum day?
Shortened day.
Shortened day.
Okay, we did say minimum.
She did.
Okay, shortened, all right. And do we have a shortened day available, Mr. Malta? Can you check the principal calendar? Can you do that?
According to what Dr. Castillo says, yes, we did had a scheduled meeting, shortened day on March 20th. What's it? And it is what we had scheduled.
And we didn't use it?
I don't recall, but Dr. Castillo recalls.
We did use it or we didn't use it? We didn't? Okay.
Recall every minute that I am forced to work.
You get the luxury of. Okay. All right. So we'll make a recommendation based on parents and teachers to have Monday, the 2nd, a shortened day. Okay. So it'll be shortened. Awesome. How do we end up with so many shortened days we didn't use? It's pretty cool.
I had one other question about Tuesday, because there's no 5 and 6 that still balances out, right? Or does it need to be balanced out with whatever we put on Monday?
Okay.
For anyone who's helped adjust this before, I just want to double check.
Okay, so we have, good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry, 4 and 7. And then period 5 shows up here with no period 4 for 45 minutes. I think it's made up here on Wednesday. See how period 5 is only 45 minutes?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's made up
yeah.
on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Good question. And then
That's good.
2,
And then 3, 4.
and then we have 3, 4, and then we see all periods.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All periods except CCR.
Yeah.
On Tuesday. But we will have seen CCR
Monday. And
on
Wednesday.
Tuesday. We don't see them on
No,
Monday.
not Monday.
So Tuesday, Wednesday is the final, and then Thursday and Friday, and then Monday And then Tuesday, the 11th, we do not see CCR, so, okay. All right. Any other questions, concerns? Xavier, it's not gonna affect you. Any parents on here who have a 9th grader? No? 10th grader? All right, ready for the vote? All right, so spring finals, aye or nay? Please put that in the chat. Spring finals, aye, nay, or abstain?
Mr. Malta, he sent that to me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is that everybody? No, we have 13.
Yeah, 13.
13. There we go. We have 13 ayes, 0 noes, 0 abstains, 0 did not vote. Motion passes.
Motion passes. Woo! All right. And what is next on the agenda? Let me put this back up.
ILT agenda.
All right. Oh my goodness.
So many things.
These new screens, I'm using a different computer and it's just a little different.
Mm,
All right. New business budget, professional development. Anything else from IoT?
I mean, we're just continuing with oh my God, I'm sorry.
Department meetings?
Yes, department meetings.
Okay.
And our cycles.
And the PDS cycles?
PSA, yeah.
PDSA. All right. Oof. This thing is getting on my nerves. All
And
right. Started practice.
CCR.
One more time, sorry.
I was just gonna say, update folks that we've been having a discussion about what should be happening during CCR.
Yes.
Oh,
Today, teachers were surveyed. Teachers and staff.
right. So teachers and staff were asked for their feedback on what they think should be happening during CCR. And that feedback will be shared with teachers and staff before the end of the year. And this will inform how ILT moves forward with CCR. All right. All right, so next thing on the agenda, restorative practices, positive behavior interventions, any updates? Mr. Outlaw, Mr. Diaz, Ms. Castillo, Dr. Castillo.
Well, one thing for me, you want to keep going. We definitely have a big interest in the Hawk bookstore, the reward store, so to say. Kids are definitely doing things to earn those bucks, and the store keeps getting. We do end up empty with items, so we try to refill pretty often.
How do you
That's a good thing.
refill?
We purchase donations and just us supplementing, trying to keep it going.
Okay. If we make a donation to the Hawk store, are we able to take those receipts to Miss Trinidad and get that as like a write-off?
I think that's a question for principal, maybe.
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, if you need like the EIN or something, you could probably get that.
Okay.
Oh, you got a fan, Mr. Diaz from Xavier.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I get kids often hitting me up now asking me for hawk butts. I need more. Do you take Zelle for donations?
I just saw that. We're open to it. I mean, at this point, any donation helps. I'm not gonna say no. We can always figure out the details afterwards. And as far as the hawk books, I try to get every teacher that's requesting. I don't want to saturate the market too much with a bunch of books out there, but I definitely want them to work for the books that they get.
Absolutely. Okay. All right, anything else? We've had meetings in UTLA about the cell phone policy and how's it working? How can it be improved? We've had several discussions about it. It's not the end of it. Dr. Castillo, you have your hand up?
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be our last PBS meeting of the year, and it's going to be focused on doing the last tiered fidelity inventory with our systems of support advisor, Ms. Terrell. That's the last thing we're doing, I guess. And then, or hopefully we'll still have another last Soaring Hawk assembly, but we'll try to figure that out as well.
Okay. Awesome sauce.
All right, and just on that topic, if I can just jump in, I know Dr. Castillo knows this, but I will let the process keep going regarding the cell phone policy. The district is pushing for us to have full implementation for gender pouches. So I just want to put it out there as my district leaders have asked me to put it out there.
They want us to move forward with yonder pouches next semester?
Yes.
Okay.
I brought that up in ILT I'm not in ILT and at the UTLA meeting as well. And part of that is because we do also need to get more teachers on board to be enforcing the policy that we do have for the classroom. And then what we need to also refine is what is happening outside of the classroom, such as when the students are walking the halls during class time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's the main concern from the district as it is the law. California passed that, and so that is the only concern. However, Dr. Castillo and I have talked about it, and um, we do understand their concerns. But again, I just want to make sure that it's on record that we did say that any program, regardless, there should be a trial period, and if it's not working, then we need to identify what the issue is and how we're going to move forward. So I'll let the protocols that we have already established take precedence over the cell phone policy. Ultimately, local school leadership council is the one that will make the final decision. We all know that. So just know that that is just in motion. We should have a discussion eventually within our own internal protocols, and then eventually bring it back to local school leadership council for approval, how we're going to move forward.
Okay. And not to belabor the point, but I'm just wondering, has there been any discussion with like maybe the student councils or other students about ways of enforcing cell phone policy?
Again, it should be brought up again. We did talk about it in the Student Advisory Council. I do plan to share some of what's been happening tomorrow when I meet with them, in hopes that then they'll go to their CCRs and continue the discussion. But hopefully, again, we need teachers to also have that discussion.
Absolutely. Because it needs to be consistent from one classroom to the next. Whatever the policy is.
That is correct, and that was part of my message today to the teachers.
Okay. All right, it's almost 7 o'clock. We have a few minutes left for announcements. Does anybody have any announcements?
Yes. This on Friday, May 16th, we'll have the grand reception from 4 to 6 p.m. for the murals that we're having on campus. So I'd love for everyone to be there and to attend. Mr. Godwin is going to walk by one probably right now. And there'll be performances, music performances, dance performances, and some burritos, hopefully for at least for our students. And so I hope you guys can make it.
Awesome. And then the field trip that's happening, that's for the volunteers, right? The student volunteers?
Yes, the students who have been part of the planning committee for it. Yeah.
Awesome.
If I could find a bus.
Oh, you got to find a bus? Okay. I can tell you about a bus company. I'll tell you offline. What else was I going to say? I think that's it. Any other announcements?
Yes.
The journalism class just returned from Seattle. It was a very successful trip. We're gathering their lessons, their lesson logs. They had to turn in at least 8 because they each attended 8 different sessions while they were out there. So we're collecting that to turn that in as part of our accountability piece there, mixed down. So it's on the way. We're gathering all that. Got lots of pictures. Xavier was on the trip. Did you get anything out of it, Xavier, very shortly?
It was so much fun, honestly, and I learned a lot. And I just like left roaming the city. It was nice. And the classes are really fun too, actually.
Good. So that's where the CAP funds and ELOP funds are going so that our students have a lifetime of memories that they'll be able to take away following their career in high school.
Ms. Martinez, you have any-
Oops, sorry.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes. I'm sorry. I was losing the signal, so I didn't understand. I didn't hear what was said before getting a bus. There was an event, or there's an event coming up where they needed to get a bus for. Can someone repeat what that event is for?
Sure. The volunteer students who are helping out Branded Arts, they're going to be going on a field trip to art museum on Wednesday.
it's
If
symposium.
they can get a bus.
It's a symposium.
Okay, thank you.
The symposium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Diaz and then Ms. McIntyre.
Real quick announcement. BSAP is hosting a Dodger night, May 17th. I believe we're taking about 36 students.
Nice.
That night is Mental Health Awareness Night. They're giving away a koala bear.
Aww.
And we also were able to get some funds on each ticket, so each student's allowed to purchase some stuff with that money.
Get out of here. Oh, and this weekend is college signing and commitment day.
There was someone after you.
Oh, sorry.
Ms. McIntyre, and then there's more.
I'm sorry.
I just wanted to reiterate about the coding club that I started on Monday. It's actually a program from Cal State University Dominguez Hills. They reached out to their teachers who had taken a bunch of technology courses at their school at Dominguez, and they awarded 5 schools the coding club for this semester, and we're a pilot to see how the program goes, feedback and all that from the teachers of it and also from the students. I had some students sign up for it. Some of them showed up, some of them didn't show up, but we have it again on tomorrow. We have it twice a week for the next, for the month of May. Please talk to your classes, try to talk the kids into coming, because they really wanted us to have 40 kids, and I'm nowhere near 40 kids. So just try to talk the kids into coming. We're having fun. Plus I have snacks on deck.
Okay. How many kids you have now?
There were 12 who signed up, but unfortunately only 4 of them showed up.
Okay. Well, that's a start.
Right. So yeah, we're pushing.
All right, Ms. Moore, your turn.
Okay, so this weekend is the LAUSD College Commitment 5K happening at the LA Memorial Coliseum. And we're taking a group of kids here, but I don't know who all is going. Mr. Godwin knows. Is Mr. Godwin still there?
He's here.
He knows more of the details than I do. But myself and Mr. Diaz are going to be chaperoning. Huh? No?
He left.
Oh, okay, he's gone. So myself and Mr. Diaz are going to be chaperoning the kids from Hawkins over to that event. It's from 7:45 in the morning. I think we're leaving here like 7:15 or something, 7:30. And then we should be back here about by 2 o'clock. It's over at 1:30. We had a number of kids get accepted to a number of universities. It's very exciting. We're going to try to gather that information and put it in the newspaper too.
Let me into ask what room and time.
Say that again.
What room and time?
What room? So the college commitment day is happening at the Coliseum, down the street, and we're taking a bus there. Is that what you're talking about, Ms. Armienta?
Negative for coding.
Oh, okay, sorry. Coding, room and time.
Ms. McIntyre, what room and time for the coding club?
Sorry, I was talking, but I was muted. It's on Mondays and Wednesdays from 3:35 to 4:50 in room 310. If the students are athletes, then I will work it out with them and we could do it at lunchtime because I want everybody to have a chance to participate.
Okay. All right, no other announcements? Okay, so it's 7:05 p.m. and our next unofficial meeting is on Tuesday, May 20th, and our official meeting is Tuesday, June 3rd. And it sounds like we do need a meeting on May 20th. I heard somebody needs something approved or voted on. Oh yeah, the elections. We gotta have elections. Never mind. So we have an unofficial meeting coming up on Tuesday, May 20th. All right. Mr. Malta, you ready to call it?
Yeah, let's call the meeting adjourned at 7:05.
All right. Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night to everybody. Have a good night.
Good
Bye.
night. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, sweetheart. Good night. Okay, let's go here.